Wrestle Kingdom 12 is finally in the books. And did this show, just like other previous Wrestle Kingdoms in the past, did it manage to be in contention for Show of the Year? The New Japan really tell every single wrestling promotion in the world to once again follow that. Hey y'all, what up? It's me, it's Steve here. I'm back at it with a new video. This will be my New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom 12 review recap, what have you. Give my thoughts on the pay-per-view. Thank you all for watching this video. If you're new to the channel, hit that sub button down below. Give the video a big old thumbs up and share this video throughout your entire social media where you watch videos. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteve, like it says above. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I feel like Wrestle Kingdom 12 really set the bar once again. New Japan in general set the bar once again. And I know a lot of you out there that actually stayed up all night, did an all-nighter on January 4th, and watched Wrestle Kingdom. And I hope those same people actually managed to go to work that same morning. Did not call out, what have you. I, unfortunately, was not able to watch it live. I was at work while this show was taking place from the Tokyo Dome in Tokyo, Japan. But I did manage to watch it later on in the day, because where I'm at here in the East Coast, it snowed like hell. So I had to shovel when I came back from work. And then I literally watched the entire pay-per-view. And now I'm doing the review. I'm a little late, but it is what it is. Again, an amazing show from New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I know a lot of you as well that were watching New Japan for the very first time. 9 times out of 10, I feel like a lot of people watch, Wrestle Kingdom when it's their first time watching a New Japan show, try to get into New Japan. I say this as well. If it's your first time watching New Japan, you got to go in there with an open mind. I feel like a lot of wrestling fans nowadays, when, WWE isn't doing it for them, and they want to give another company an opportunity, to see if they can be another option for them, what have you. He or she, they go in there with a negative mindset. Oh my God, this is bullshit, this is crap. No, I feel like today's wrestling fan, you gotta go in there, once again, with an open mindset. And 9 times out of 10, when you do that, you end up liking what you're seeing. My honest opinion, okay? Take that for what it's worth, okay? But again, overall, an amazing show. Guys, give me thoughts down below in the comment threads with your thoughts on the pay-per-view, if you enjoyed it or not. And 9 times out of 10, I'll be doing the T-Mail podcast live tonight with Walter, where we'll be taking live calls. Mostly is going to be New Japan heavy tonight's show. Giving our thoughts as, me and him, on the show as well, if you will. So, again, mostly, I'll be taking live calls on New Japan Pro Wrestling, if they enjoyed it or not. But the show kicked off with the pre-show, with the New Japan Rumble, which pretty much, it's their take on the Rumble, the Royal Rumble that is, where there's no big prize or anything like that, but it's normally what they put on the pre-show. And normally, before, they will bring in legends from yesteryear, from like the 80s or 90s, what have you. I remember a couple years ago, they brought out the Great Kabuki. They brought out Fujiwara, Saito, to name a few. I remember last year, they brought out Scott Norton. And this year, I'm going to say this, what I liked about it, they kept it more to their current roster and to the young line that they have, which are their version of, I guess, NXT, the young line, their developmental, system in New Japan, if you will. And the match, for what it was, I'm going to say this, it was a very entertaining match to kick off a pre-show, what have you. The final, it was down to Cheeseburger from Ring of Honor and Masahito Kakiara. They were the final two, and Masahito got the win with a pinfall at the end, pinning Cheeseburger. And Cheeseburger's second attempt in the finale of this whole thing, and he doesn't get the W. I'll be real about it. I thought Cheeseburger was going to get the win. Didn't go that way, but it is what it is. Then we get the opening match on the main show. We had the Young Bucks versus Roppongi 3K for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. I thought this was a very good way to kick off the show. what I liked about this match more than anything, the Young Bucks actually sold something in this match. When you think of the Young Bucks, right, you think of them being the spot monkeys. They never sell anything. These guys are in it for themselves. Oh my God. Bunch of spot monkey bullshit. And in this match, they actually sold a back injury where I think it was Matt. He took like this bump outside the ring. He landed back first and shit, right? It kind of reminded me of, Shawn Michaels back in Rumble 98 where Taker like tossed him out of the ring and Michaels landed like on the casket, what have you. Some shit like literally the whole match, Matt Jackson was selling his back injury. And so was, I think it was Show from Roppongi 3K. So both teams, in essence, were selling a back injury, just back and forth as well. It was all said and done. The Young Bucks got the win with a sharpshooter. That's right, a submission win, right? The Young Bucks got a win with a fucking submission win. And now they are the 7-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. I'm going to say this too right now, okay? A part of me thought going into this match that Roppongi 3K were going to get the win. Oh, by the way, too, Rocky Romero took a powerbomb outside, in the entrance area by the Young Bucks, too. But that being said, I personally thought that Roppongi 3K were going to get the win. Because I feel like what they were going to do is establish this new young up-and-coming tag team and let them have a big profile win in their first Wrestle Kingdom on the big stage, if you will, for that company against a seasoned veteran tag team like the Young Bucks. Now, I'm going to say this too right now. I was listening early on in the day to Dave Coker from Coco Sports, and I'm going to agree with him with this. I feel like the Young Bucks after this should definitely move up to the heavyweight division, because I feel like that heavyweight division tag team, if you will, in New Japan, would definitely benefit from it, bring some life into it as well. But we'll see where that goes. But again, the Young Bucks are now a 7-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. And they got their jerseys hung up, if you will. But again, before we kick off the show, we then had the gauntlet for the never open 6-man Tag Team Championships. We had the Bullet Clubs, Tonga Loa Tama Tonga, and Balak Fale. You had Chaos's Beretta, Tomohiro Ishii and Toru Yano. You had War Machine with Michael Elgin. You had Suzuki Goons, Takahashi, Zack Sabre Jr., and Takaki Iizuka. I apologize if I botched the name. And you also had Taguchi Japan's Juice Robinson, Taguchi, and Togi Makabe. Pretty much a match with just a giant clusterfuck with all these guys, which I thought going in, it was kind of like a downgrade for guys such as Zack Sabre Jr., who I felt deserved to have a one-on-one match on the pay-per-view as well. That's just my opinion, take it for what it's worth. But again, there's a giant clusterfuck where at the end of it all, Chaos got the win. So Trent Beretta, for those of you who remember from WWE, is now a champion in the heavyweight division in New Japan Pro Wrestling, even if it's the never open weight 6-person tag, which is literally New Japan's hot potato belt. It changes hands every single fucking time. So if you blink an eye, the title probably changed hands already. Apparently, at New Year's Dash, it happened early this morning, because I'm doing this on a Friday morning right now, the title already changed hands. So there you go with that. We then had Kota Ibushi versus Cody Rhodes. And I thought this match was an amazing match as well. In a match that I said in my prediction video, this match could definitely steal the show. I'm not saying it did or anything like that, but it was a damn amazing match. Somewhere in this match, right, fucking Cody Rhodes does a crossroad to Kota Ibushi on the apron onto the ring floor. And Kota hits like a splat. Like he lands and it's like a splat. It's like a giant pancake mix that hit the floor. Like that almost. Like holy crap, the way he landed was just so fucking scary and shit. There's also a moment in the match where Kota does like a dive. And he lands on Kota, also lands on Brandy. And Brandy's selling like she's hurt. And Kota Ibushi, right, being the gentleman that he was, like try to show some sympathy and caring and shit, try to carry Brandy Rhodes, and Cody goes in for the attack, and it was a work the whole time. It was a fucking work. But again, this is a good back and forth match. You could even say, to essence, it was kind of a WWE style match that you would probably see like on SmackDown Live, if it was like the main event, if you will. But it was all said and done. Kota Ibushi got the win. And I'm going to get back to Kota Ibushi later on into this review. Okay? But again, a very, very good match by both Kota Ibushi and Cody Rhodes. We then had the IWGP Tag Team Championship match between Killer Elite Squads, Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Lance Archer versus LIJ, Los Ingobernables de Japón, and the current World Tag League winners, Evil and Sonata. You remember it from TNA, the great Sonata from TNA back in the day. This match was a stiff fest. Dog can say literally the whole match. It was KES just dominating Sonata and Evil. Like, I've never seen Evil and Sonata be dominated before, right? They literally made you care for Sonata and Evil. They literally made you want to see Evil and Sonata walk out with the W, right? And I'm going to say this too. Davey Boy Smith Jr. looks exactly identical to his father, the British Bulldog. It's not even funny. It's like, holy crap. It's like looking at a mirror reflection almost. Holy crap. But this match, like I said, it's a stiff fest. Eventually, LIJ made a comeback. It was all said and done. Evil and Sonata walk out as the new IWGP Tag Team Champions. Good for them. And I look forward to seeing where they're going along. But like I said before, though, I feel like the Young Bucks moving up to heavyweight in that tag team division would definitely bring light, or life, if you will, into that tag team division, like Dave Coco said early in his review as well, like I listened to earlier. We then had Hiroki Goto versus Minoru Suzuki for the Never Openweight Championship in a hair versus hair match, right? Also considered a no seconds death match as well. This match was fun for what it was. Just another good back and forth stiff match between, Minoru Suzuki and Goto. Just one of those things, again, just back and forth. Suzuki gonna try to get involved to no avail. Out came Chaos as well. And like I predicted, Goto got the win. He is now he's once again the Never Openweight champion. Almost a tag champion. I don't know why, but you kind of get the gist, right? And it was all said and done, right? Minoru Suzuki grabs a chair, sits down himself, and shaves his own head bald. Or he took what was left of his hair. Like, even that, like, even Suzuki looking bald looks like a fucking badass. Like I said in my prediction video, can you imagine, right, if you're dating a girl, right, and you find out that her father is Minoru Suzuki? I would not want to be that girl's boyfriend. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it 100, all right? Run. Listen, if you're dating a girl, right, and you find out her dad's Minoru Suzuki, run, bruh. Run. That's all I'm saying. Run. But that was an interesting match to see, nonetheless. We then had the Fatal 4-Way for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. We had Will Ospreay versus Marty Scurll, who was the champion, versus Hiromu Takahashi versus Kushida. This was a fun match. Just every guy here just back and forth, hitting their moves, just all over the place, right? Literally all over the place. There's a moment in the match where Scurll ties up Takahashi to the guardrail, right, with tape. Just having their locked in, whatever. Just back and forth. There's also a moment in the match where both Ospreay and Scurll, who are like these rivals, if you will, right, teamed up for like a minute or so. And just all said and done, it was all said and done, Will Ospreay finally got a win over Marty Scurll, which from my understanding, he's never even beat Marty Scurll. And especially now on the big stage of Wrestle Kingdom, what have you. So now Will Ospreay is once again the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. And we'll see where this goes. I mean, you could definitely do, Will Ospreay versus Hiromu Takahashi. You could definitely go once again with Marty Scurll again. Even Scurll as well. I'm going to say this too. Marty Scurll probably had the best entrance going into the night, where he came out literally in his whole crow look. He had feathers coming out, wings, if you will. Pretty badass. Pretty much of a badass, if you will. And then we had the IWGP Intercontinental Championship match between Hiroshi Tanahashi. I almost said Hiromu, I don't know why, but Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Jay White. And here's the thing with this match. It was an okay match all you want, okay? I said in my prediction video, I feel like for Tanahashi, he's kind of a downgrade. But you think about it, right? Tanahashi, right? For the last couple Wrestle Kingdoms, he's had some big profile matches, right? He wrestled Okada at Wrestle Kingdom 9 and 10, with like his Naito Wrestle Kingdom 11, and now he's up here, and then all of a sudden, he's going out here to face Jay White, who came back, from Ring of Honor. He was a young lion many, many months ago in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And the match, again, it wasn't a bad match, okay? But I thought, going into this match as well, that because Tanahashi's out, had these injuries going on right now, he's hurt, I thought that we would see a new Intercontinental Champion in Jay White. And I thought that was the route they should have gone. At least get that upset. Because I feel like after this match, after this Intercontinental Championship match, all the other matches felt predictable in a way. Okay? And I would not mind to see that up. Because at the end of the day, too, with these big shows, you want to have that one match that pulls an upset. And I feel like this match could have been it. Okay? And my other problem with this match, too, okay, listen, they kept calling Tanahashi the ace. The ace, the ace, the ace. I thought, okay, again, take this for what it's worth, okay, but just hear me out with this, okay? Didn't we establish at Wrestle Kingdom 10 that Okada beating Tanahashi, that he would become the new ace of New Japan? Wasn't that established? I remember at Wrestle Kingdom 9, right? Matt Striker was doing these, video narrations of each match. And they got to the main event, and he explained the rivalry of Tanahashi and Okada. How Okada wanted to be the ace of New Japan, the new ace. But in order for him to be that ace, he had to beat the current ace and Tanahashi. Right? He didn't do it at Wrestle Kingdom 9, but he did it at Wrestle Kingdom 10. So once he beat Tanahashi at Wrestle Kingdom 10, he is supposed to be now the new ace of New Japan. Why are we still considering Tanahashi as the ace? It's completely besides me. Nonetheless, Tanahashi got the win, injury and all. And there you go with that. LOL, Tanahashi wins. And then we had Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho for the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship. Depending who you are, this was the main event. I know for a lot of you WWE, diehard, you marks out there, this was the match you wanted to see. This is probably the match you saw from the whole show, and that's it. Okay? Which is fine, but I'm just saying, hey, you know what? It's always good to explore options. I'm just saying. Alright? And this was a very, very fun match. I will say that. We saw like a badass side of Jericho, if you will. Something that you have not seen in WWE in a long time. It just felt like one of those things where, you thought Jericho was going to win, and then Okada made a comeback. By the way, too, by the way, Kenny Omega came out to this, outfit that was so lit, in my opinion. Okay? He looked like an Omega, if you will. Again, just a back-and-forth match here. Before the bell even rang, the Young Bucks got involved, or they were at ringside, what have you. Jericho tried to do an ambush attack. There was a brawl before the match even started. Just a good back-and-forth match. There's a moment in this match, too, where Omega does a dive from the top rope all the way to the announce table where Jericho was, and Jericho literally leaves, and Omega hits the announce table. Something similar to happened last year at Wrestle Kingdom, where Omega did a dive and Okada countered it, whatever, and Omega went through the announce table or through that table that was outside the ring and shit like that. Something similar, if you will. But just a back and forth match. Jericho hit the walls of Jericho multiple times. Omega hit the reach to the rope. Another thing too about it that kind of irked me as well. It's another disqualification match. Why are we doing countouts? Why is there a rope breaks? Is besides the point. Like Omega reached the rope, and the referee tried to stop the hold and shit. No, it's a no disqualification, man. Now I get it too. Maybe just maybe in New Japan they're not accustomed to this type of match, so they're not used to the rules, what have you. But the rules are, listen, in a no DQ match, there's no rope break, there's no countouts. Okay, And there's a lot of there's a lot of counts, if you will, when they're outside the ring. There was rope breaks once Omega reached the ropes, what have you. There was a code breaker that Jericho hit that Omega sold like $1 million. Omega hit the one-winged angel, and Jericho touched the bottom rope to stop the pinfall, which again, there's no disqualification, but it is what it is. When it was all said and done, Kenny Omega with multiple V triggers, and then the one-winged angel got the win, bloodied and all, got the fucking win, and he is still the IWGP US champion. Now, people are wondering, hey, would this be Jericho's only match in New Japan? From what it looks like, keep this in mind, I didn't watch it yet, but from what I've been hearing through social media, it looks like Jericho will be staying in New Japan for more than just one match. Because apparently at New Year's Dash, he went on to attack Tetsuya Naito. So, hey, honestly, I don't mind that at all. I think Jericho staying in New Japan for a couple more matches is great. For Chris Jericho, for New Japan, and for wrestling as a whole. So good on that, you know. And then we get the main event. Kazuchika Okada, the IWGP World Champion, a.k.a. Okada Reigns, versus Tetsuya Naito. And listen, this match was a very, very good match. My only problem is this. Okada won. LOL, Okada wins. This match, I thought Naito should have won. The people were so behind Naito. It's like you rarely heard an Okada chant from the crowd in the Tokyo Dome. People were chanting for Naito, Naito, Naito. And again, there's a good back and forth match. There was counter to the Destino, counter to the Rainmaker. They each kicked out of each other's finishing maneuver, which is again typical New Japan match, if you will. It is what it is. It was all said and done, though. Kazuchika Okada got the win. And now he's still the IWGP World Champion. He has right now currently this long, lengthy year or so as the IWGP champion. Listen, when people say that Roman Reigns is being shoved down everyone's throat, look at Okada. I'm just saying, all right? Okada Reigns, if you think about it, being shoved down your throat, but no one's saying shit about it. I'm just keeping it 100 with you, all right? But that being said, again, it was a good match. Now I'm going to say this right now. After what happened at Wrestle Kingdom, all right, the one match I want to see Okada have, I think this will be the person to beat Okada, which again, I don't know, but it is what it is. Take it for what it's worth. I want to see Okada versus Kota Ibushi for the IWGP World title. And you think about it, hey, Kota Ibushi just beat Cody Rhodes at Wrestle Kingdom, right? The big profile American, if you will. So I think that'll be a good match. Maybe you have Kota Ibushi win the New Japan, the New Japan Cup, or maybe you'll have him, finally give him a championship match at, the New Beginning in Sapporo or in Osaka. But nonetheless, I think that's a match that makes sense, that I would look forward to seeing. And I think, again, that could be the time where Okada drops the belt. But we'll see where that goes. But again, Wrestle Kingdom 12, an amazing pay-per-view. Some people say it's the show of the year. I think every Wrestle Kingdom is in contention for show of the year, period. Right? Some would say it's unfair because, again, the year just started and we're just saying that right now. But hey, it is what it is. It's New Japan's way of saying to the wrestling world, follow that. And again, if you are a wrestling fan out there and you want to get into New Japan, I would say, hey, go out of your way and watch Wrestle Kingdom 12. Get New Japan World. It's actually cheaper than WWE Network. I'm just saying, okay? And watch it with an open mind. That's all I'm saying. Don't watch it with this negative mindset that you're bored already. Just watch it with a positive mindset and enjoy it for what it's worth. Okay? Wrestling is a universal language, period, okay? Yes, granted, the commentary in Japanese. They also now have English commentary with Kevin Kelly and Don Callis. I watched the pay-per-view through English commentary. But again, professional wrestling is a universal language, okay? And we can all understand it, period. All right? Give me your thoughts down below in the comment threads of this video. Your thoughts on the pay-per-view, if you enjoyed it or not. Keep in mind as well, the Team Up podcast will be live tonight, later on in the evening, where we'll be once again discussing Wrestle Kingdom 12, taking live calls from people that have watched the pay-per-view and all that fun stuff. Because I really want to hear from you guys down below in the comment threads and later on tonight when you guys call in. Alright? That's all I'm going to say here, guys. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven, like it says right up there. And yeah, once again, give the video a big old thumbs up and share this video to your entire social media. And as always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, it's me, it's Steve, and I'm out.